Hey, I'm Blake,
I'm Dave.
and we are your favorite hemorrhoids coming to you a new weekly movie stream. We're here. We did it. I got a beer. Dave brought himself, and
And a Sprite.
a Sprite. Can't leave the Sprite out. And we're happy to be here. And I have to say, right off the bat, thank you all. We officially hit our affiliate status here on Twitch.
Yay!
Ooh, couldn't have done it without you guys, truly. So thank you all very much. Now we have a lot more latitude to do a bunch of stuff and things. More content, pretty much.
Right, exactly. We're gonna try and do our movie night sometime soon, I think, right?
Uh, oh, dude, I can't wait for movie night. It's gonna be great.
It's
We have
gonna be
so
so
many.
good.
We have so many public domain movies we can watch and hang out and make jokes with each other. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and we don't know when exactly we're gonna start doing that, but I believe it's gonna be Sundays.
I think so. Like Sunday evenings, a nice relax. Put on your robe, uh, your cigars, and your brandy.
Your corn
Because
cob pipe.
yes, our audience is solely consistent of 73-year-old men who own a vacation property in South Carolina, and that's great. We're happy to have you here.
Very specific set of people that we
We're, it's a niche market, Dave. We're really honing in on what's going on here in the
Yeah.
film world. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. How have you been, Dave? How's your week been, man?
Garbage as per usual.
Sick.
No, it's you know how I always have my working way too much thing that I say.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's my like go-to phrase. Well, I actually today was my 10th day out of 10 in a row.
Oh, six. You're feeling like good as fuck right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm fully conscious right now, but
Is Jordan currently like out screen with the levers and pulleys and good?
yeah, well, because like you notice I don't ever use my hands, so
Hello.
It's all making sense. It's all
so
making
it's
sense.
just he's got my head on a fucking string. That's why it's just like
I don't want to
constantly.
talk about it.
Oh
Oh
man.
man, what about you? What's your week?
It's been pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on a bunch of work shit, but actually, I do have a movie related experience to tell you about.
Okay.
So we talked about this last week. We did a one-off quick little stream on Thursday to hit our affiliate status, our last thing.
Yes.
The following day, I worked. I had a job working on some stuff for Top Gun.
Oh
And
yeah.
there was a like the home video release. I think it was yesterday. It came out on home video yesterday,
Okay.
and so I didn't really know what I was going to be. I'm an editor, if anybody on here doesn't know, but I was editing. I didn't know what I was going to have to edit. So I show up, and essentially what it was, Paramount in San Diego, Paramount paid for this like aerial flight experience company to put journalists in these planes and these airplanes, and they take off and they fly and they get to do like barrel rolls and they get to control the plane a little bit and they get to like do a mock dogfight
Oh
like
shit.
experience, which sounds like cool, right? It wasn't cool.
I
I
would say it
actually,
sounds cool to me.
I mean, it would be cool to some people for sure. It's a great idea, but they put a bunch of, and this is not a knock, but they put a bunch of like middle-aged journalists in like little fucking aerial planes, and there's like GoPros attached to like the wing and then like the front facing thing, so they're flying around. And I basically spent 9 hours cutting footage of middle-aged journalists barfing their fucking brains out. we had to like we had to cut together these packages to deliver, and almost every single one of them just barfed. I mean, I would too. I've established that I've gotten very fucking motion sick, doing a lot of dumb shit in my life. But this dude, oh my god! And I had to cut around people barfing. So,
Hilarious.
while also trying not to get sick myself, because I'm looking at footage and it's zipping around, and I'm like, I'm sitting in front of my computer about to fucking barf, and so yeah, it was an interesting experience. And actually, one of the videos released. And Jordan, did I send you a link to this? I'm not sure. I think one of them came out.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you want to see it. I don't know if anybody cares,
I
but it's
do.
pretty funny.
See,
We don't
there's
have to watch
one
the whole
thing here. I was kind of like Googling some stuff, and I got
thing.
a little cut off track. So yeah, I got the links, but give me a second.
We'll get it up. But yeah, I cut these videos. I cut like 6 or 7 of them for different outlets. But yeah, the one we're about to watch, they put this poor guy in a plane, and he's like, I don't really want to do this at all. And they still put him in this fucking plane, and they're taking him around. It's pretty funny. So that was fun. I'd say that was a highlight. I've been working on a bunch of boring ass shit, so it was fun, little change of pace to do that. So
This sounds fun. That sounds a lot more fun than having a very sweet, like, young puppy get excited that you're walking by, and then you come up and you go to pet it and you're like, "Hello, buddy," and it does the jump thing and fucking punches you right in your dick.
just
Like, he's like, cool. I'm like, oh, that's and so I'm like doubled over, like, oh, that's gonna hurt for a while. And one of the neighbors is like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Got my nuts." Cool.
Nope.
We have the experience ready.
All right, let's roll that experience.
Everyone here is the best there is. Who the hell are they gonna get to teach us?
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
So yeah, it was a combination of movie footage with their
Yeah.
Did you do this?
Yes.
I know.
Hi, it's Thomas K. Arnold of Media Play News.
Blake
and
did
to
this
promote
stuff, guys.
Paramount Pictures' Top
He
Gun
cut this
Maverick,
together.
they're sticking my ass into a stunt plane. Now, I'm the guy who doesn't like to do anything faster than the 25-mile-an-hour Dragon roller coaster. So we're going to see how I do on this. Godspeed.
Yeah, they all got
We're
their
gonna be
little
flying the world's most advanced
special
aerobatic
little
stunt
names.
planes. The exact planes that the cast of Top Gun Maverick
What
actually
would your call
flew
sign be?
to practice for their roles in the movie. So no joke, these airplanes
That's a great
are actually more
question.
maneuverable than fighter jets. The
My
profile they're
call
doing
sign-
Was able to
you
hear
can't
that?
do anywhere else in the
No.
world outside of the U.S. military.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
On Top Gun Maverick, they had a rigorous training program, and credit to Tom Cruise and all the actors that put in hard work to make it. For the aerial dogfighting, of course, that's inherently a competitive experience.
I'm getting
So
nauseous
if you
watching
want to
it.
win, you're going to have to be aggressive.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt cutting it.
Look up to the left and squeeze the trigger. Roll 5 10. Oh man. Pretty cool, right? Yeah.
Like, get me the fuck out of here.
He's probably wearing Sperry's right now.
And I'm not trying to dunk on this guy. He's a trooper. He did
What a
not want to
great
do.
flight. It's great. It's like such a smooth ride. And, you know, you look at everything, and it's a whole different perspective. The takeoff was probably the highlight. Hans, you're the damn best, man. You're the best.
That was right after he barfed too.
Having any fun yet?
You're the best. Clean yourself up.
So yeah, so essentially there's other ones that I wasn't able to find that have like a bunch of crazy footage, and then
Icky, thank you for the
Icky.
sub. We
thanks
appreciate
for
you.
the sub, dude. We love you, and I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Yes, you're a stream VP. Stream VP. That's really dumb. Stream VP.
We need to have
Something.
a poll of what we should call you guys.
I need a catchy name, or something.
Oh, I've got an
But-
idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
No, not Jordan.
You're in trouble.
Oh, God.
If you
Firsters?
that's
You
firsters.
put the R in the wrong place.
I knew you were going there with it. I knew it.
Sorry,
For-
friend.
Firsties.
firsties, thirsty firsties,
Thirsty firsties. That
first
works for me.
prizers, fellow dickheads. I don't know.
Fellow dickheads, yeah. But yeah, so anyway, that was my week. There was other ones that were cool and had a lot of really great footage, but they put this guy up there and I felt bad because they're like, hey, you want to do a barrel roll? And he's like, no, I don't. Okay, do you want to do this?
Barrel roll.
Well, I have to like cut around this like and make it seem really, really exciting, even though he's like straight up, get me out of here. So yeah, that was the fun part of my week.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool.
It's been good. Obviously, we've been deep into season 2 production for the podcast, which has been fun. Watching so many movies.
I can't handle it.
It's true, but we do have some movie news.
Yeah, I mean,
excuse me.
yeah, I have one off the top of my head that apparently DC has committed to Ezra Miller.
Okay,
So
they're really sticking to it.
Yep, they're our Flash.
Okay. Well, I did see that they did some test screenings of the Flash, and apparently it was scoring really great.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be a great movie. I don't know. I have no expectations of this thing.
I think it should be based on everything I've heard. It should be, but who knows?
We'll see. That is interesting. Well, I guess in other DC related news, Aquaman 2 got delayed.
Of course they did. Well, didn't what's her shit get kicked off?
Oh, what's her shit? Too accurate, Dave. Too accurate. Yeah, maybe that could be why. But I guess Shazam: Fury of the Gods also moves to
shit. Icky said they're removing her from most of the scenes. That's why they delayed it.
Oh, I mean, it makes sense. That'd be dumb as shit to not change it. Yeah. Considering like all those movies are pretty much entirely CG creations. Whatever, just a little extra roto work and just like fucking replace her face or something. I don't know.
They probably have to do some like reshoots on people like taking place of her dialogue or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if you ever saw this. There was a movie a handful of years ago called All the Money in the World, and is about the Getty family, and like in the 70s, one of them was like taken hostage for like ransom, and like the grandfather, who was like worth like the most money in the world at the time, didn't want to pay it because he's like, no, even though it's like a drop in the bucket, he was like, no, fuck him. Anyway, the eldest Getty was played by Kevin Spacey right when all that shit was going down with him, so they replaced him with Christopher Plummer at like the last second.
Oh yeah, I remember this now. Yeah,
Christopher Plummer turned in a really great performance, and the movie was fine. But he turned in a really great performance at the very last second. Some of it was digital replacements, some of it was him actually being there. So I'm sure they're kind of going through that process.
I would assume so, yeah.
Which, who knows? I mean,
fucking good.
I mean, well, good. I'm glad they're doing it, but I kind of feel bad for all the artists. Like all the Marvel CG artists are like revolting because of how shitty they get treated.
I heard, yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about it. I just heard like I heard a little bit, and then I heard Marvel respond, but I didn't see what the response was.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that far either. But I mean, Pizzas isn't here, but Pizza knows a bunch of people who he worked in the VFX world out here in LA for a minute and knows a lot of artists, and our other friend Dave.
Oh, no. What just happened?
Did that Pixar light just come after you?
My duct tape and bubble gum setup is falling apart. It's falling down around me.
I literally that was literally a blink and you'll miss it thing, because I blinked. I just heard the crash. I blinked, and then I saw you going ah. And that's it. It was hilarious.
TBD on if this survives the rest of the fucking stream.
Oh my god, comedy gold.
Yikes. I'm back. Wow. What was I saying?
I don't know now. Fuck.
Something about a thing. Oh, VFX artists, right? They get treated like shit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chloe won. I'm not. I don't even with that. I was citing an example of
Oh,
okay for anybody who's wanting context on this. I will defend myself. Thank you. In our most recent episode, Dave and I put out a bonus episode of the podcast where we failed at doing comedy movies, and we did Superbad versus Clueless. Clueless. They put every freaking young girl in that movie, they make them a shitty driver. And so I said, I was like, if there's one thing I learned from this movie, it's that women are bad drivers. And Dave was like, oh, you're fucked for that. I was like, no, I don't actually believe it. But this movie wants you to believe that teenage girls are bad drivers.
yeah, the movie. Oh, that's
So
fucking
my
funny.
defense is that it's not just young women that are bad drivers. We're all bad drivers.
Oh, dude, I thought. I thought you were
I think you
gonna
say all women are bad
Yeah.
drivers. I
I was
almost
like,
did.
he's going there. Oh my god.
I almost did, but I was like, somebody's gonna clip this, and I'm gonna get fucking roasted till the day I die about it.
Oh, I like. I was like, fucking strap in.
It just dips out. You're on your own, dude.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
fucking
that was
funny.
crisis basically averted. So yeah. Anyway, if you want us to fuck up more movies on our podcast, join our Discord and tell us what movies you want us to totally fucking ruin for you.
Yeah, because we tend to do that sometimes.
We often do that. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming up next season, man. Tons of movies. We have like 5 episodes in October coming out, so we're doing a lot of horror themed episodes. It's gonna be great. Lots of different subgenres there. We're diving into. And in most of those subgenres, young women can drive, so just saying.
Oh
saying.
god. Jack Horseman.
Unfortunately the polls ended. You guys missed the poll from pre-stream. It was a 30-33 3-3 split. Essentially, we all have great feet. Jordan, David, myself. So if you want to support us otherwise, look at our Only Feet account. It's just our feet. Embarrassing.
Yes, it's only our feet. Not just like only feet, it's only our feet.
Perfect shaved.
Dave's Jordan's the clean shaven one. Dave's the Hobbit one,
Yes.
and I'm the broken one because I've broken so many toes. They're all
You got the beatus toes.
yeah. I'm...
You got fucking finagled toes.
I swear I take
Yeah.
insulin in between my toes.
it's
Oh my god.
it's like people with a snaggle tooth. I have a snaggle toe. It's just
Ew,
just the one.
dude, snaggle
Just the one.
bro.
So it's like
just ring. Don't look at my feet. Anyway,
oh my god.
I'm gonna be alone forever. So,
Yeah.
anyway, we have some more movie news. Some really important Nicolas Cage movie news. Actually, I don't know if this directly impacts Nicolas Cage, but National Treasure 3 has a script and it's being written, Dave. Look how excited you are. It's gonna be great.
Why?
I know.
What else do they have to steal?
They're gonna steal the Eiffel Tower this time.
I was gonna name my monument.
They're gonna steal the Sphinx, man.
They're gonna David Copperfield themselves a monument.
Yeah, what else could Nicolas Cage steal? That would be fun.
My soul, apparently.
Too late for me.
Oh yeah.
Stolen my heart mostly, but I don't know. Like, what other American like what? I don't know. Like, does he like chip a face off of like Mount Rushmore? Or something? Like, oh, okay, okay. He has to find the nose of the Sphinx within the mountains of Mount Rushmore, where it was obviously secretly kept by the government, recover the nose, return it overseas, and then like make everything right in the world. As soon as they like put it into like a beam will shoot out and shit, right? And like everybody will come out from their houses and like, it's happening. Nicolas Cage did it finally, and he's like, yeah, I know, I'm fucking awesome. Stay tuned for National Treasure 4.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. And then it's the Mummy. It's true. It's true. That's the crossover we really need.
Right.
We need to bring Brendan Fraser's having a resurgence. Let's keep that shit rolling.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Anyway, I have one more piece of movie news.
Let's fucking do it, man.
It's not super exciting, but it's pretty cool. Matt Reeves, director of The Batman and other things like Cloverfield, Icky's favorite movie of all time. He just signed a multi-year deal with Warner Brothers. So they're like, please save us.
Right.
Please, for the love of God, save us. Our CEOs are only going to make $45 million this year. Their kids are starving. We gotta get some more Batman movies.
Some successful Batman movies.
Yeah. Exactly. Pizzas. What's up, buddy?
And Scream update. Scream still sucks. So walked into that one, bro. Oh my god, Icky, that's your fucking face.
Dude, I love it. I want those.
Hilarious.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get Dave to watch Scream 2021 with me. Because you should. You fuck. You should.
I don't have time. I don't even have enough time to watch our own movies for the fucking podcast.
Okay, let's make this deal right here on stream with 13 people here as witnesses. Will you commit to watching Scream 2021 with me as soon as we're done with season 2 production? Fuck off, though. See, I'm just saying you're very close-minded, I would say.
Really?
And you probably drive as bad as Cher Horowitz.
Listen. No, guys, because pizzas hit me with my fucking tagline.
He works 13,000 hours a week. It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
This beer sucks, dude.
You chose it.
I know, and I'm stuck with it, dude. I don't want to derail this, but I'm like really disappointed. Every time I take a sip, I'm like, damn it, this sucks. Delivering Dr. Pepper. So I'm drinking it's a 21st Amendment brewery beer. They have a beer called Hell or High Watermelon, which was like a watermelon ale, which was good in the summer. I saw they had a Hell or High Mango, and I was like, bitch, I love mango. Let's get that. Wrong. It's the wrong choice. It tastes like crap, and I hate myself because of it.
Well, yeah, but
I gotta do. Yes, yeah. I think the watermelon one is good. I think I might have made Josh drink this one time.
You had me try the watermelon one, I think.
Yeah,
it's a watermelon one.
Yes, I have. I like that was like my summer drink for sure. Like that year that I discovered it, handful of years ago, is good.
Icky, I have the biggest stash of Sour Patch, like not the kids, but the Sour Patch Kids like fruits. I got fucking the watermelon, I got peach, I got strawberry, I got grape, I got all of them. And fucking I am seriously trying my absolute best to join Blake in the diabetes club.
You can do it. You can do it. And see, you would get type 2 diabetes, which is technically curable. Well, more manageable. I have the kind that's going to explode my heart when I'm 66. So just trying to live the moment, dog. It's going to be fun. Hey, maybe I'll do that on stream one day.
Die?
I'll just fucking die.
Oh,
I think that might be against terms of service. Just a guess.
But if I'm going out with a fucking bang, and Twitch can cancel my subscription, or she can cancel my account, whatever. They can terminate my account. I'll just get terminated life
I
goes
mean,
on.
honestly, do you
before
think
your
Twitch
account
is even
gets
gonna be around
terminated,
that long?
before your account gets terminated, you gotta connect your Amazon account to your Twitch account though, so you
Oh,
can
it's
subscribe to
true.
the channel.
If you guys, thank you,
Oh.
Jordan. Thank you, moderator. If you want to see me die of a diabetes heart attack on stream, give us a sub, man. Give us a sub. I think you can sub for free for a month if you have an Amazon account. So how
Yes.
that works, I have no fucking idea. So figure it out.
But otherwise, right now we are 20% off since we just hit affiliate. You get 20% off, I think, the first month if you sub to us. We don't expect you to, but we would be forever, eternally grateful, and it'll help us get to the point where we can really have a great fucking movie night on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And a sub
Yes.
guarantees Blake's death online.
God, there's so many benefits to this sub. Jeez, I love it. I'm excited. You should be excited. But yeah, it just, whatever. We just want to keep making content for you guys. And yo, we got a sub.
Thank
What's
you,
up,
Chuck.
Chuck? Thank you, buddy. We love you.
Appreciate
And
you.
he also a member of the Discord. The whole fam is there. The stream VPs, the firsties, we'll figure that out. Icky and Pieces are there. I'm on there talking shit. It's gonna be great. Doug, you are the homie. Thanks.
We appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, if you do subscribe using your Amazon, that doesn't like charge you any money.
Mhm.
So it's technically not free because you're already paying for Amazon Prime, but you don't have to pay any extra money. So it's sort of free.
It's true. It's true. And also, if you don't want to do that, you can also just follow us. That also is helpful, and we love
Yes.
you.
100%.
But yeah. So I don't know. I'm done with movie news. Unless you have some more movie news, we can move on to the topic at hand here. We're talking Prey, and we're talking Day
Shift
from Netflix. Yeah.
Yes. No, I don't have any more movie news. I'm excited to talk about not just what Spider-Man movie news, Icky. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, they're releasing the extra shit.
Oh,
I think they're re-releasing Spider-Man with extra shit.
oh yeah. It's No Way Home, the more fun stuff version. I guess there was a teaser released. I missed that.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that was already like a thing. Like, it's not necessarily news. It's just like, hey, it's a movie update. That's what that
Well,
is.
the footage was released 1 day ago, apparently.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that is relative. Thanks. See, we couldn't do it without you. We suck at our jobs.
Anyway,
Yeah, go check that out if you are interested.
I'm interested. It's on my list of stuff that I'll never get to. So we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about Prey and Day Shift. We're not necessarily pitting them against each other, but in my mind, we're kind of pitting Netflix against Hulu.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would agree because we're gonna get into that larger conversation later. So I watch The Predator probably once a year, so it's always kind of fresh in my head. Dave, I don't know if you've seen it recently, but
No, not recently. I'm like after having seen Prey, I know that I've seen Predator. Because I caught all of the like release. I don't want to say all. I caught some of the fucking excuse me, like throwback and Easter eggs and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you need to see Predator before you see Prey, to be honest with you.
No, I would agree with you. I would absolutely agree with you. So if you want to give us the synopsis before we play the trailer, that'd be great.
Sure. Yeah. So I will give it a shot.
Thanks.
In the early 1700s, Native American badass Naru tries to show her worth as a hunter to her tribe, but she's not the only hunter. I mean, there's her brother and a bunch of other people, but also the Predator. As if a technologically advanced alien who is trying to kill anything that moves isn't bad enough, there's always white Frenchmen who couldn't be left out of causing havoc and carnage. Will Naru succeed? Yes, because that's the whole point of the movie.
It's true. It's true. So Jordan, if you have that 30-second trailer, just in case, if you want to play that, that'd be real nifty.
Yeah, Icky, it is a prequel, so
Yeah.
that's why you don't have to Oh, here we go. Shh.
Whatever did this, I can kill it.
So fucking good.
Listen,
So, what's your first impression of this thing?
I am fucking enamored by this movie.
Mhm.
Like, holy shit. Okay, the visuals were so good, dude. Like, literally, I put it on as I was making my hookah for the night. And, you know, I'm kind of doing my thing where I'm like watching, and I caught myself like this. I was just watching, I wasn't moving. And I went, oh, fuck, let me pause it because I need to get this shit done. So the fucking visuals were so good.
Oh,
And I will say, I could tell that their budget was spent on not CG, but
Yeah.
but they did this. They tried this really great move where they hid the things that were CG behind like grass and other things to make it harder to tell it was fake. Like especially when you were seeing something through his invisibility shield or cloak or whatever.
yeah, dude, totally.
Which
It's
was
like, it's like
very
one of those things that like this didn't need a lot. Like yes, of course it had CG in it, but like it was just like you said, they didn't reveal the predator. We all know what the predator looks like and stuff, but they still did that great monster movie thing where they don't reveal it before they have to, and the
Right.
new design
Mhm.
is fucking awesome. it's
yes.
it's so good. But I think like in terms of all the things, okay, usually right we do like the likes, we do our dislikes and recommend. I don't really have many like any dislikes specifically about this movie. Because my first thing was like, all right, let's check this out. I was going with an open mind. This shit blew me away. This is a, I mean, yeah, it's a sci-fi movie, but it's a horror film, right?
Yeah.
It's that horror film like setup, horror film structure, and it works. And we're in with our main character the whole time. Naru is her name. She's a Comanche, part of the Comanche tribe.
She's a
And
badass.
I think they have you can choose to hear them entirely in Comanche as well.
Yeah, there was. I saw that.
Yeah,
And I was like,
cool.
that's fucking cool, dude.
for sure.
So
sure.
wait, hang on. Does that mean I didn't click on it because I would have been lost?
Same.
Does that mean that it's just dubbed, or do you think they filmed the entire thing also in Comanche?
Actually, that is a great question that I do not know the answer to. I assumed dub in my head, but that'd be sick if they like did an alt cut of it with just all the lines in Comanche. That'd be sick. I also really like how I watch everything with subtitles.
Yeah.
But even the French speakers, they didn't put in like what they were saying.
Right. That was
And so
crazy.
I loved it because it puts you right in her shoes, and you're like, I don't know French. Fucking look at me. I don't know French, so I'm like confused, but also like it puts you right there with her character, and it's scary. There was some shit that was legitimately scary about this movie.
Yeah, I agree. And what's nice is that excuse me, is that you really like feel like you're a part of what she's going through and you really feel for her. But also, side note, normally we say like spoilers and stuff, but I don't care. This movie's too good not to talk about.
I mean, and that's the thing. Even if you spoil it, there's no way we could ever capture the feelings that this movie gives off. It's really, really good.
But also, I was thinking about this earlier today. There's no real way to spoil this movie, okay? Because, like, going in, without a doubt, that the protagonist is going to defeat the predator. You know that.
Probably.
Like, people are going to die, but that's the whole point of movies like this. The hero wins, unless it's part of like a series,
Right.
but this is supposed to be the prequel. So going in that the hero wins. Period. I mean, obviously there's damage along the way, and you don't know who else dies, but
plenty of damage, yeah, for sure. And that's the thing too. Like, there's been so many fucking Predator sequels and spin-offs and shit, and like, they're all. I mean, I can't say they're all shitty because I enjoyed things about Predators, like the Robert Rodriguez version and stuff. But like, even the last version, the Shane Black Predator take, because he was in the original, he helped write some of the original, and it fucking sucks, dude. It sucks. And so this is the revitalization that this franchise needed, because it's just one girl and her dog in the woods, just using her smarts and wits. And like, by the way, our main character has the worst luck of anybody in the entire world. Every fucking thing she does.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, she just, I can't, like, she's so good, but then she just has like just all the worst shit happens.
Dude, I felt so fucking bad for her. She's just like walking in the woods, and she gets her leg, trapped. She gets has to hide, has to fight a bear. And,
all while dealing with the fucking predator, dude. Are you serious?
It's like she handled it nicely, obviously. But it blew me the fuck away. Also, the director of this movie is also the director of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Wait, really?
Yes, sir. And I didn't know that going in. I saw that in the credits. I was like, yo, makes sense. Because he can do, I mean, obviously with 10 Cloverfield Lane, he can do like a contained kind of thrilling movie. And this doesn't need anything else. It's a standalone movie. You don't have to know shit about the Predator series.
Right,
it's great, man. It's fucking horrifying. There's so much blood.
Listen, Icky's got it. That fucking bear fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like Rocky IV.
Like straight up, the Predator fights a fucking bear in this movie, and holy shit balls.
Yeah, dude. And, okay, so that shot with when he's holding the bear and there's blood dripping all over him. I was like, yo, can you imagine being from like the 1700s, the early 1700s, and you're hiding in a beaver dam as this invisible monster destroys a bear and it bleeds all over. Fuck that. Count me
golden
out.
showers back then.
Dude, oh my god,
it's a primitive
dude,
shower, baby.
Listen, that would be scary today. Talk about fucking
at any point in history, that is scary.
Okay, question: who fought the bear better, though, Leo DiCaprio or the Predator?
Oh, the Predator.
Leo got some from behind, though.
Truth to that statement.
Wow.
So Leo, respect, he gave it his all.
So did the bear.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is evolving so fucking quickly.
That's all I have to say about that.
That's a great question. Thank you for your contributions. I do. Okay, so this is a question specifically for you, Dave. Is this movie? It's fucking brutal, and it eases you into that brutality, right? Is this movie more or less brutal than the new Mortal Kombat?
Oh yeah, it's less brutal.
Really?
What do you mean, really? Yeah, we see a woman get cut in half.
But I think so. Okay, here's my argument against your fucking bad take.
No, you can't. You can't get more brutal than Mortal Kombat. That's
I think this does, and you want to know why? I have, I think, a solid argument. Anybody's welcome to chime in here. Anybody is, because this is really it's set in a more realistic, like it's more grounded in terms of how it's set up and how we move into the stuff. So when this shit happens, it's so okay, yeah, whatever. It's sawing people in half, but it's like magical. Like there's magical things happening. This is like a scary ass alien. This felt way more fucking brutal to me than Mortal Kombat.
It's scarier. It's not more brutal. You can't get more brutal than Mortal Kombat.
I disagree with you, Dave. I think you're wrong.
Listen, the closest this movie got to the brutality of Mortal Kombat is when he fucking rips the head and spine out of the wolf.
That shit was tight.
That was incredible.
I mean, so on a surface level, yes, people are getting sawed in half and blah blah blah. The Mortal Kombat stuff means less to me. The brutality there means way less to me than the brutality in Prey.
That's fine. That's fair. I'm not saying it's not brutal. Obviously, I think it's brutal.
I think it's more impactfully.
Here's why you can say it's more impactful. That's fine. I'll agree with there. Here's why it's not more brutal. Because anybody who's, compares the two, especially the scene where he rips the head and spine out of the wolf, anybody who has known any knowledge at all of Mortal Kombat goes, ha, that's moving Mortal Kombat.
I'm stupid and I even caught that.
So like it can, and at times it is as brutal as Mortal Kombat, but overall I would say Mortal Kombat's got the edge.
Cool. Still the wrong take, but that's fine because we're here to
listen. You're not gonna. I refuse to to let my whole right arm go in vain. Okay, that's what I refuse to do.
Defend what you got to defend. So my thing too with
that was dope. The shield going through his head and tree. Yeah.
So many fucking brutal kills. Those Frenchmen take the L so hard.
Fattest of L's, dude.
They just get fucking wrecked top to bottom and outsmarted too by Naru and like everybody. It's great. I loved it. I fucking loved it. What I really liked is the Predator design too. I mentioned it just a second ago, but he kind of has like this kind of skull like mask almost as well. That's awesome. On top of that, his tech, I really like that about this, by the way. His like all his technology was kind of organic looking. It reminded me of that movie I saw earlier this year, Crimes of the Future, where it was like there's like a lot of future tech in it, but it's all kind of like organic looking, and gross, disgusting.
If you think about it, it was such a perfect play for them to do it that way because this happened fucking 300 plus years ago. 303 years ago is the way that it's supposed to be. It's 303 years ago, essentially. So their technology, while still ahead of ours, would be. Sorry, I just saw the thing Jordan put up. Yeah, I just saw it. Their technology, while massively ahead of the Native Americans at in the movie, it's still behind where it is in like current present day Predator. So it's like the skull thing instead of being like the metal mask or the electronic mask. Beautiful touch because they're still technologically advanced, but it's like it's essentially like their version of like DVDs. You know what I mean? Like
the old. It's the old shit. We're that's their DVD. That's their laser disc.
Right.
Got it. Okay. And then once we get to 80s Arnold version, they're moving up to full blown streaming cloud computing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it makes sense
because that's why, like, refresh my memory. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but in the not prequel version, the red lights. It's not like arrows.
I think it is though.
Is it arrows?
It's something similar.
It's
fuck.
It's bolts technically.
Well,
yeah, right. Yeah, it's bolts. They're projectiles. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like some like energy type blast or some shit.
That's what the newer ones are. They're energy cannons.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the prequel, it's bolts, but But then, so is anything after the prequel also bolts or
no, they're all cannons.
Lemons?
Lemons, what's up, buddy?
So it is energy cannons after that.
Correct.
Okay, cool. So that's what I'm saying. Like that was another cool thing that I noticed. It was like, oh, it bolts now, so they haven't gotten to the energy cannons yet. That's cool.
Yes, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I
And
missed that.
speaking about or to Icky's point here, there are some great one-liners
They're
in this movie.
so good.
And okay, so one thing I fucking hate about sequels, prequels, fucking whatever, in the Terminator franchise is the goddamn worst at this. Using all the fucking famous lines in every movie whenever they can. Come with me if you want to live. You know, like whatever. They use fucking every single like cool catchphrase. They reuse them in every movie, and I love that here they gave them their own kind of one-liners, but they brought back one that actually worked and made sense. That if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, fine.
What's that from?
It worked. It's from Predator.
That's from Predator.
Which one?
The original.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's an Arnold line.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I forgot to say.
And it is cool, like how she used like her the medicine they set, like everything was set up. It's a really tightly written film, and they set up the herbal medicine that makes people get cold and stuff, and then it reduces your thermal reading from the Predator. And she figures it out. I don't know. It's so good.
That
It's
dude
such a
still
tightly
got
written film.
chest stabbed though.
Well, yeah, because he yelled. He got stepped on.
The Predator stepped on him.
I was folding clothes. I missed
yeah,
that
he
part.
literally got stepped on.
Damn subtitles.
Love it.
But yeah, it's honestly, I would have to put this. I might like this better than the original Predator. Might be a hot take, but I think I might like this better.
That's definitely not a hot take, but I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think it's better. Just I think honestly, just for me, just simply because of the visuals. I mean, everything else is obviously I think a lot better too, but those I was just so enamored by the visuals in this movie. Oh yeah, I was like a deer in fucking headlights, dude. Straight up.
I'm glad. I figured you would probably like it, and we got on the phone the other day, and I was like, "Dude, have you watched it?" Like, yeah, and I was like, "All I want to do is sit here and talk about this right fucking now, and we have to save it for the stream. The stream is tearing our friendship apart."
Listen, you guys don't understand how much of our friendship we put on hold just so we can do it in front of you guys. It's the weirdest kind of voyeurism where you guys get to fucking watch our fucking friendship because we put it on hold every time we call each other. It's like we have to skirt around the stuff we're talking about.
Yeah, there's only certain topics we can cover when we're trying to be friends off stream. But dude, yeah, this movie just like sucked me in, and all the Predator sequels and stuff before this we're trying to catch up and trying to capture in a way from the original, like the Shane Black kind of witty banter and the super machismo like guys and like the homoerotic overtones. All this shit, and like nobody.
Hey, Lemons, thank you for the sub.
Yo, Lemons, thanks for the sub. We love you all.
Appreciate
Anybody,
you,
if you're just joining us, give us a follow, give us a sub. We love you. We're doing this as much as possible. You can do a free sub if you have Prime. But yeah, we're gonna do this for a long time because we're losers.
You're our
And
only friends.
you're our only friends. It's sad. But yeah, dude, I think this was just like a deftly handled film, and it was fucking scary. The actual like the world that we're essentially put in, and you're dealing with the natives and like the French trappers and the Predator. There's bears and shit. There's danger coming from everywhere. Can you imagine though? This is one thing I was thinking too. Can you imagine being in like the early 1700s? You've been living off the land, and all of a sudden you see a bear lifted up into the air by some invisible entity, and there's lasers and shit. Like, what do you like? It's just things you cannot possibly fathom, and like, what is the mindset? Like, they kind of show it a little bit with the lasers on like people's chests. Like, what the fuck?
Also, Mediocre Hawk, thank you for the gift sub.
Yes, thanks for gifting the subs.
You guys
Appreciate
hear
it.
something funny?
Please,
Yes, always.
So I gifted it randomly, and it decided to give it to my other moderator account.
Thanks for gifting a sub to yourself.
We are one together.
Appreciate
We
that.
are sub.
Thanks, me. I'm the homie.
I high-fived myself. Called a clap.
It's called a clap. No, not really, because a clap, you go like this, right? But a self high five, you go like this.
But if you do it above your head, are you like doing the YMCA?
Well, that's my go-to move. Again, don't have many friends.
Also,
Yeah,
quick
okay.
bit, the M is not above your head, it's at your chest. Watch the instructional video I did yesterday.
First of all, why are you watching the instructional video on
Just to be
how to do
clear.
the YMCA?
My kids love
Just
that.
to be clear, our moderator,
Got
in his time
kids.
off from moderating our streams, double checks on the instructions for the YMCA.
Did
Hold
you also
on.
forget how to spell it?
We're gonna yeah. Well, I was looking
It's
for a gym
writing it down.
membership. All right, we're doing instructional training, okay?
Oh God.
So,
YMCA how to.
And
hold
then
on, pause it. Hold on.
This is a big deal.
Got it. I'm getting this. I'm
Hold
getting
on.
this.
This is
Oh
a
my
big
God.
deal.
Bro. That's so fucking funny. So funny. But hey, whatever. People got to learn. And good for you. But yeah. So all I could think of the whole time was, how do you in the 1700s imagine this like technology? No wonder people like, I understand why people like worship the sun and stuff.
Uh-huh.
How do you know? I mean, like, fuck. The first time I, discovered when streaming became a thing,
Uh-huh.
I was like, yo, I can just like not go somewhere like the Red Box.
Right.
I can just fucking sit here.
Right. All I can think about is how by the time that she Naru, our main character, by the time she interacts with the French trappers,
Mhm.
and she's shown how to use their old timey gun, the fucking
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
gun, the one that takes like 5 minutes to use. By the time they showed her how to use it, she's like, "Oh, is that it?" Because she's seen the fucking Predator, who goes invisible and has fucking these incredible fucking technological like weapons, and she's like, "Oh, really? Cool,
Just immediately unimpressed. Like, oh,
cool."
I didn't think about that too, because he's like explaining how to use the gun, and I'm kind of like, it seems self-explanatory, but like this is early 1700s gun, so it's like, okay, take the gun, you put in the powder, not too little, not too much, which I was like, that's not
Cool.
helpful, sir. It's
It's
not
like that's like an Italian grandma saying, "Just a pinch of salt." What is a pinch?
helpful. I need precise measurements.
Or just
I'm
a
gonna
little bit of
fuck this whole thing
oregano.
up.
The fuck is that?
Exactly. I'm like, dude. And so I was like, okay. And then it's like, okay. And then you put the projectile in, and then you take the little thing and you like stuff it in there, and then you twist around, and then you pull it out, and then you like do the thing. And I was like, holy shit, dog. Like, are you trying to shoot some stuff? Are you trying to like, I don't know, like make a fucking model? Like, I don't understand. There's so many steps. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I found that pretty funny. And all the French trapper guys and stuff, they're so evil. Like,
So just like almost cartoonishly evil.
well, and that's the thing. That was the interesting thing about this movie too, because they set up that they made you think that the buffalo in the field were all skinned because of the predator.
Yeah,
But
that's what I thought.
so-
I was like, God damn.
Me too. I was like, this predator's fucking ruthless, dog. No wonder we ran out of buffalo. But rip to the buffalo. But it was just the trappers. And so it was cool. There's like a lot of thematic things in this movie that I thought were really, really great, and something to dive into at some point. So anybody watching, if you like movies that are thematic in nature and stuff, go check this out. So for me, this is definitely a recommend.
Absolutely. It's more than a recommend for me. It's a please go fucking watch this movie.
No, straight up. straight up, you should go if you're into anything vaguely sci-fi or horror, or just want a badass picture with a Native American woman kicking ass and fighting bears and future technology hunters, check it out.
Yeah,
It's pretty great.
absolutely. And honestly, like it's a great story. The visuals, like I said, I just still can't get over it. The fight scenes are bad as fuck. It's just full raging hard recommend.
Wow, graphic, but that's a big recommend from Dave.
Well, I didn't say big.
It's a recommend from Dave.
It's an average recommend from Dave. Okay.
Oh god, I don't know what that means for me in terms of my recommendation. Oh fuck, man, this is
Oh
bad.
my god.
Oh, cool. Now that we've hit that, yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I don't want to. I mean, I can dive into talk to this whole movie forever, but I've kind of pretty much hit all the major points of the things I loved about it. So
Yeah, yeah, we're just gonna start talking in circles if we don't move on. So yeah, let's move on.
right on. We're moving on then to a little movie called Day Shift, which I'd never fucking heard of until last week when we decided to do this stream. And it's interesting. The premise sounded interesting enough.
Well,
so,
I gotta tell you, I'd never heard of it. I didn't know it was a thing. And then my parents got done watching something, and I was passing through, and they had walked away from the TV. And then it was like one of those, like you could see it like loading, like, hey, if you don't press the button, we're gonna play this trailer. We're playing the trailer, and it started playing. I was like, what's this? And I was like, oh, Jamie Foxx, is he a badass? And I saw and it's in the trailer, so I'm not ruining anything, but when he shoots the grandma, I'm like, oh, what is this? And then they showed her transform into a vampire. I was like, oh no, I'm just trying to walk away. I don't care.
This is definitely a genre movie. It's a comedy horror, right?
Yeah,
Supposed to be. So, yeah, I don't know. I can give you the synopsis and then we can watch some of the trailer?
Hit me with that synopsis and let's watch the trailer.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to the Valley, where pool boys are Jamie Foxx and everyone's a fucking vampire. Follow our freelance vampire hunting main character, Bud, as he tries to keep his family together by joining a union, exploding vampires, and scaring the literal piss out of his sidekick, Seth. And Snoop Dogg is there.
Oh my god. Snoop Dogg fucking crushed it. I'm just gonna say that.
Snoop Dogg did fucking crush it, dude. For sure. So, what are your first impressions of this thing?
I honestly, I thought I was gonna hate it. I thought I was gonna be like, ugh, because fucking for some reason vampire movies are like, okay, enough.
Yeah.
But hey, holy shit.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Lemons, what are you doing, bro?
Holy shit.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you so much. Holy shit. Amazing.
Wow.
Love you.
That's incredible.
Dude, I don't even have real words for this. Amazing. Lemons, by the way, if nobody knows, Lemons also helped us in the beginning of our podcast.
Yes, he did.
When we were working out our structure and concept, he gave us a really great note that we used, that we restructured our entire Thunderdome segment in the podcast because of Lemons. So huge shout out to you and thank you. Forever a friend of the show.
What was that?
We got a new follow too.
Hey,
22 guys.
You guys are killing it.
Ah, love you guys. It's been a blast.
It's so much fun. So so let's get that fucking trailer for Day Shift.
Play the first 30 seconds. It's all you need. I'm not gonna make you guys watch a 3-minute fucking trailer.
It's gonna be a hot one in Los Angeles.
So what's on the agenda today?
My eyes are closed.
like every day.
What are you doing in my room?
Hunting vampires.
Yo. Fucking, that's where I was like, nope. Walked out of the room. Vimo, thanks for popping in, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yes, welcome. Yeah, dude. So I watched I watched that exact trailer, and I was like, okay. I read the description, and that happened. And I was like, okay, I'm good for some like ridiculous shit. Like I'm here for this. And so I do have to say whatever. I did like this more than I thought I was going to, but I have some fucking problems with it for sure. Like some serious fucking problems with this movie.
Yes.
But my first reactions, it was fun, right? There's some fun action. It's way too fucking long though. It's almost 2 hours long. Stop. Don't do it.
Every movie these
fucking
days
watch
is like
this.
2 hours long.
Whatever. If it's a good movie, fine. Like we've watched plenty of movies that are almost 3 hours that are great front to back. It's fun. I don't think about the runtime. This was fucking long. It was long.
Yeah, it was long. And I didn't hate the length, but I also was kind of like, all right.
I was over it. I mean, okay, listen. We'll get into the fun stuff about it, but I was pretty much over this. By the time the third act got there, I was like, okay, we already all know where we're fucking going with this.
Right.
Let's just go. Let's just get it done. We get it. Snoop Dogg's here. All our friends are here. Let's just fucking like kill some vampires and shit. Like keep it going. Keep it going. I don't need the weird like union stuff necessarily. Whatever. Anyway.
Right.
What did you give me your likes, Dave? What were your likes about?
So I liked Snoop Dogg. I thought he fucking crushed it.
Fucking rules.
He was so good. I liked the non-problematic Franco. I liked the fucking fight scenes were bad as shit. If I'm being honest with you, they were incredible. Totally. The CG was great, as Netflix movies usually are.
Yeah.
So that I did notice after having just watched Prey. I was like, yeah, okay, this movie. Not that we're battling them, but Dad, what's up, Goku?
Whoa.
So I really liked all of the aspects of the movie, like individually, but then when you put them all together, I was like,
I have to. Well, so you touched on the action. Every time a vampire gets shot with anything, they just like fucking explode and contort and shit. And I was like, that's fun. That's some fun stuff. It's like a total B movie. It's a pure genre movie. It's a total B movie. Jamie Foxx, good as ever in this. He's one of those actors. You give him a character and you give him some lines, no matter how fucking ridiculous they are, and he can say it cool as shit.
Right,
he really can. He really, really fucking can. And so I love Jamie Foxx in this. There's a lot of clever like little things where you could tell the director like put some thought into it.
Oh, for sure.
There's a scene where Jamie Foxx's character Bud, he's trying to run from some of these vampires coming after him, and he tells his daughter, "Put on your headphones and play your game." So he's driving like crazy, but she's on her iPad playing like Mario Kart and stuff. And I was like, "That's clever. That's clever." Yeah. There's way dumber, lazier things you could have done.
I will say, based on our two, well, in my head, my two most recent Netflix movie like original experiences, fucking the one from season 2, and then
Jesus,
and then as Chloe One said a few weeks ago, The Gray Man, which parents loved, but that doesn't say a whole lot. I
don't you talk to Teresa like that. She's a sweet woman, and I love her.
Talking about,
I won't tell her you said that.
Somebody will. I don't fucking. So, Goku, you better not, you little dick.
Yeah, we have our Gray Man defenders in here. I haven't seen it still, so yep. And we got 2.
Oh shit, 3.
I think Pizza said he enjoyed the Gray Man. Chloe won.
You're fucking. You're getting outvoted
like Rain Man. I love me some Ryan Gosling, not gonna lie, man. But yeah, no, I Netflix movies, they can be they can be hit or fucking miss, man. We talked on our impromptu stream last Thursday about how much I fucking hated Six Underground, which was a Netflix movie.
Oh yeah, because like I
Oh.
feel like honestly they are more missed than they are hit lately. So it was nice that this one wasn't a full miss. I don't think it was a full hit either, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I agree.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where I was laughing, but wait, Goku what was horrible? Oh, Six Underground.
Six
Yeah.
Underground.
Yeah, it was bad. But then again, it has Ryan Reynolds in it, so
I said this before, Ryan Reynolds, fine enough human. Same fucking character in every movie. He plays the same character in every movie. And fine, make your money, that's great, but they hire him to play the same character in every fucking movie.
oh well, I think we just lost a bunch of viewers just because you said that. So
Oh, fuck off.
I'm gonna leave too.
Our mod's quitting. People are taking back their subs.
But to be fair, recently
credit
it
card
was
company.
really nice to hear somebody suggest watching something on Hulu. Like I've paid for it for like a year and a half now, and I might have watched something twice.
yes,
I watch TV on Hulu. I pretty much exclusively watch TV on Hulu.
I actually was about to cancel my Hulu before we decided to do this, and I still might after this. But the last thing that I watched on Hulu was actually a TV series adaptation of one of the best books I've read in my entire life, Station 11. And
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know the book.
the book is so good. And listen, I know that book adaptations to film or TV, they're never the same. So
Right.
if you are attached to the book, you're probably gonna be a little disappointed at some of the choices that they took in the show or movie or whatever. I fucking hate the show on Hulu. It's so bad that I haven't even finished watching it because
No shit.
I haven't. I literally after like episode 3, I was like, nope, I'm not doing because it's one thing to like take creative liberty in some of the things that we see. It's another thing entirely to just ignore an entire storyline and just create your own. That's not adaptation. That's just fucking like I'm gonna change it. Like that's not.
It's like I see what you did, but I'm not gonna do that and just do my own thing instead and still call it the old thing.
Lemons, Hulu is the Wish version of every streaming service. Listen, it's not the Wish version. That's Tubi. I would say Hulu is the Walmart brand streaming service.
Yeah. I think I could agree with that. Tubi is definitely the Wish version. Holy fucking shit! If you want to enjoy a movie, don't watch it on Tubi unless if you've seen it before and you know what you're getting into. Fine, but I watched this movie called Control that I could only find on Tubi, and I've been dying to see this for forever. And it's a great movie, but it's like you watched 15 minutes and then it gives you like a 4.5 minute ad that you can't skip. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll like take a piss really quick and I'll make some nachos. And so then I come back, I'm like, oh shit, it took too long. It took more than 4 minutes to make my nachos. I gotta rewind. And it gives me another 5-minute fucking ad when you rewind 30 seconds. I was like, oh my fucking God. And so I was like, it's fine. I'm just gonna enjoy my nachos. By the time the ad's over, I'm done with my nachos and I have to pee again. And so I go into the bathroom, forget to pause it, come back. I watch 3.5 hours of ads, Dave, to watch an hour and 20-minute movie. Fucking nightmare. Don't do it.
Oh God.
If you have to, fine. But it's free. Fine. Whatever. So anyway, back to Day Shift. This fucking movie.
I think they did a lot of stuff really cool. Like,
yes,
excuse me, they had a lot of cool, like new takes for like the vampire genre.
Yeah.
I still think that I'm fucking over it. Like, I think the whole vampire thing is definitely we're either in a lull for vampire movies or they're done. Like, I don't think.
I mean, whatever. I feel like it comes, whatever. It comes in waves. There's vampire movies that are like popular for 5 or 6 years. There's a couple that hit, and then there's a shit ton of like me donking my mic. There's a shit ton of like extra like people trying to ride that wave, and then it gets diluted, and then it comes back in 10 years sometimes. So
Wait, what's the most? Wow, I don't know what the fuck just happened with my throat.
me either.
What's the most recent vampire movie before Day Shift? Like big one.
Is it though?
It's
think it-
Twilight.
Is it really?
If it's not,
That's
it is
why
in my mind.
I'm looking. These are not in fucking cool. These are not in.
Oh, Morbius. Yeah, Mobius. Yeah.
That's a superhero
kind
movie.
of.
Does that count though?
If he's a vampire, I mean, it's a vampire movie.
Does it count as a movie though?
It's also a fair question. Also a fair question, Dave. No, I
Okay.
mean it's a good point, but listen, with
Well, my point was I didn't get to make my point.
oh yeah, sorry, make your point.
I wanted to be sure, but I'm fairly certain that Icky was released twice. Morbius was released twice.
Rip.
I don't fucking know why. But I'm fairly certain that oh god, Twilight ruined vampires.
I don't know about I'm not a Twilight fan myself. I don't really give a fuck about it, but I think it turned more people and like your generation onto vampire lore, which you would think would spur on more like brutal, like and different kind of vampires, maybe subgenre films, but it kind of didn't. Oh, Icky, dude, you're dead right. What We Do in the Shadows, that's 2014. It's a mockumentary, but it's a great vampire movie. It's
never
one of
heard
my what?
Never even heard of it.
Oh, Dave, it's hilarious. You would love it.
Also
You would
never heard
fucking
of it.
love this movie. Really, Jordan?
Yeah, and I
So
watch
it's
a lot of
Taika
movies.
Waititi.
I don't leave my house, and I've never heard of that movie.
Oh, weird. You should definitely. It's Taika Waititi. Yeah. Directed. He's starring in it. I mean, it's really good. It's really clever. It's really funny. Definitely go watch it. But my thing with Day Shift though, I think where it lost me with the comedy. I don't fucking believe Dave
Really?
Franco. I don't fucking like it. It
You don't
pisses
like that, Franco?
I don't have a problem with the man himself. I don't think he sells as like the nerdy like sidekick guy. And, oh, I'm pissing my pants and I did not fucking laugh. I did not fucking laugh at this character. I thought he overplayed it so hard, and it bothered the shit out of me.
Would you have felt that way if it was a Michael Cera or Jesse Eisenberg?
Well, it depends on how they play it, and I think it's not Dave Franco himself. It's just the way he played it. I didn't believe it at all. It did not work for me. But also, they made fucking Dave Franco just shit out exposition for like the first 20 minutes he was on screen. All he did was, oh, these vampires are like this, and they do this, and blah blah blah, and these are the things, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, but it's also like none of that came back.
My exact point. It's none of it mattered. It didn't like add to the story. It's just people telling me shit. That's why I think this movie was too long. So I did not laugh with his stuff at all. Did not sell me. I didn't think it was funny at all. I did not think his stuff was funny.
Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I laughed at any of his stuff either, but it didn't bother me.
It bothered me. I
didn't
just
bother me.
didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. It felt like he was really trying to be overly nerdy guy and then trying to be overly funny sidekick guy. It just did not work for me in any way.
I don't know. I mean, I was too taken with the fight scenes and,
The fight scenes are
Jamie
great.
Foxx.
They were really well staged and really well choreographed.
100%. And then the CG and then the fucking vampire design was really cool too. And obviously, I'm gonna say it again, Snoop Dogg. He he was fucking incredible. I didn't know that motherfucker could act, but he did a pretty decent job.
I don't think he's a great actor.
No,
I do not think he's a great actor, but he's a welcome presence in this movie. I don't give a shit if he was sitting there with his script, reading off his script. He's just fucking cool. He's just like cool to be in there and cool to hang around with. I have a
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg story if you want to hear a Snoop Dogg story.
All right, chat. Let's hear this Snoop Dogg story.
Okay. So I used to work for magazines when I first moved to Los Angeles and stuff. I worked for Vibe magazine and I was going to do an interview with Snoop. So we went to this like record label like headquarters in Highland Park, and I'm sitting. The Snoop Dogg is like 3 fucking hours late, and I'm like, which all rappers are late. Every rapper's on rapper time, and that's fine. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, everything's fine, just hanging out here. And Snoop rolls in high as fuck, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But he's so cool. He's like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
what's up, man? He like learns your name and stuff. And so he has kind of like a smaller entourage, but he has this kind of guy with him. He's kind of like hanging out in the corner. And the producer I was with, I was like, what's up with this guy? He's kind of being weird, like hanging out here. And she goes, oh, that's Snoop's roller. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't know what that means. She's like, that's because she'd interviewed Snoop before. And so I was like, I don't know what that means. And she's like, oh, that's the guy who rolls his blunts. I was like, oh, okay. She goes, no, for real. He's on the payroll. I was like, for fucking real? The man has a blunt roller? Like his job is to just fucking roll blunts.
I bet you he makes like
payroll.
80 grand a year too.
And and that's the thing. I just saw it was a news article with inflation and stuff going up. Snoop Dogg gave his blunt roller a fucking raise. It was a news article. So anyway, I didn't know this was a thing. And so I'm sitting there watching this, and he's like kind of doesn't say anything. He's hanging out in the corner. We do this interview. Snoop's cool. He's like, cool, see ya. This dude pops out of the corner. He's got 4 fat ass blunts rolled. He goes, here you go, here you go. And he's handing them to us too. He's like, here you go, here you go. Compliments to Snoop. And this fucker just rolls out. Cloud of smoke. It was awesome.
That's hilarious, dude.
So yeah, as cool as he seems on screen, he was just that cool. At least when I got to meet him a couple of times, and he was just that cool. So
I'm taking a peek at the chat. I just want to mention real quick. Goku asked if we had seen the terminal list yet, and obviously my answer is no because I don't have time. But I know my parents watched it and they loved it. Although my dad was pissed at the ending to it. He was so mad at the end of the terminal list. So, but I want to say, yeah, you haven't seen it though, no?
I have not. No, I haven't.
Well,
But
yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. So, okay. I really liked some of the vampire like elimination tools that he had.
dude, yes.
So good.
Some of like the little gadgety stuff was really fun and really goofy. And like, what didn't he have like a garlic grenade or something?
Yeah,
Like, does this
garlic
work?
and sawdust grenade, yeah.
Yeah, and like, does this work? He's like, I don't fucking know. I've never had to use one. And I was like, okay, that's great. That was funny. And and not to like keep coming back to Snoop Dogg, but if you haven't seen it, he's like a cowboy kind of guy.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Brilliant.
Hilarious.
Brilliant move.
And he comes in with one of those fucking like chain fucking
Oh, the Big Bertha gun. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I thought all that stuff was cool and the lore surrounding it was cool. I did not think it was that funny. Maybe it was Dave Franco. Like, just it didn't sell me at all. But there was some really fun, cool stuff. Okay, can I nitpick something that's really fucking dumb, but something that really fucking bothers me about movies when they do this? Stylized subtitles. When the lead vampire lady, when she like says something, it like come up in red and then smoke.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that shit. I get unreasonably frustrated with movies. I'm like, just give me the fucking words. Just don't bothers me. It's dumb. Sorry. It's a dumb thing, but this did that, and I was like, I hate it. I hate it.
Well,
Why'd you do it?
I will say, like, if she was speaking in some like ancient, like, you know, Dracula tongue, I'd be acceptable. But was she speaking Spanish? There's no lore behind Spanish. Okay, you can just put regular subtitles.
Right, and even I don't know. Even still, it if it was done more consistently, I guess fine, but it was kind of inconsistent the way they did it. But yeah, I don't know. I also didn't understand like why they put Dave Franco's character in the field at all in the first place. Like they're vampire hunters, and so you have to have some like level of like awareness or fitness to be able to do this. And he's supposed to be with Jamie Foxx's character the whole time, and he's just getting fucked up every time he like leaves his office building in his slacks. Like they over kind of did it. He's like, I'm just wearing my normal suit, and he's like, that ain't no normal suit. That's dumb. We're in the valley. It's 3,000 degrees here. And he's like, well, it's my summer suit, and I was like, dude, whatever. I'm griping about it. I did not like that, and it really turned me off. All that comedy.
Oh, well, like I feel like you inadvertently latch on to things that you don't like, and it kind of ruins movies for you a little bit.
Probably. That was probably all right thing, but I just couldn't get, because every time he fucking talked, every time I think I was over it, they just made him do something else dumb and inexplicable, and it's frustrating.
Well, he was the comedic relief, even
But
though
it wasn't funny. Be funny.
Listen, I think you're just a little triggered over the pee pants thing.
It was so stupid. It was funny. Like I was like, oh, okay, he's scared and he pissed his pants. Cool, oh, fine. And they just kept doing it, and they kept bringing it up. I was like, it wasn't funny the first time. Why are we latching on to this? Give me something like specific to the story or the situation. Make it clever. And it just felt like, what do scared people do? Piss their pants. Anybody. I piss my pants. So it's like anybody can piss their pants, but yeah, it was dumb. I think we just also had a
new follower. Hey, Max.
Hey, Max. Welcome.
Thank you for the follow.
Thanks for the follow. Welcome to our stupid little film community.
It's growing larger by the day. We appreciate every single one of you guys.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. Everybody here in the chat is awesome. You're in good company. They'll take care of you here. Unless you like Halloween more than you like spring. Yeah.
Listen, some of us in the chat, not just me, okay? Fuck off. Anyway, so I will never falter. So
I mean, listen, like so the movie, fine. If you want to watch this thing, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to tell you not to do it, because there's some fun stuff in here. I think the action is worth checking out. I think there's some great Jamie Foxx moments in this.
I agree.
I think even the little girl actor, I think did a decent job. Damn straight, Scream rules. And and stuff. I didn't like Dave Franco, but I would say if it's Halloween time or you're feeling awful spooky and you want something new to watch that probably won't give you an aneurysm, you should watch this movie. Go check it out.
You know, now that you said that.
What, the aneurysm thing?
Yeah, I think I'm having one. No.
Get on board, Doug.
I think I'm No, I think the your point about, you know, if it's, you know, during Halloween time, I think this would be great. Like if you're doing a scary movie a night thing or Halloween movie a night thing,
yeah,
this would work perfectly in there. It's a nice break from all the actual scary shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Doyle rules. Thanks, Goku. Appreciate that. But whoa. But I other than that, I would say, like, yeah, if you literally don't have anything else to watch, sure. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. I was impressed because I didn't hate it.
It was more impressive that you didn't hate it as much. Okay, that's fair. No, I agree with that sentiment though. I don't. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not even the worst thing I've seen this week. So.
Yeah.
So give it a shot if that's the kind of movie you're in. But if you have to decide between the two, definitely watch Prey, man. It's a fucking no-brainer.
Oh,
Hands
for
down.
sure. But also, lastly, on Day Shift, I will say, the fucking cheesy ass same thing I do every day. Hunt vampires. Fucking that. Well, that's when I was like, I'm not gonna like this movie, and I was like, oh, I didn't hate it. Okay, cool. Way to subvert the cheesy ass fucking one-liner attempt.
My brain is like same thing we do every day. I think I have the pinky in the brain.
Yeah. Oh my god! If they listen, I don't know if I have an inside joke with somebody. I don't know if they're in the chat, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Denki and the Clane. If you get that reference, fantastic. But yeah, Goku, I think you weren't on yet, but we talked about Prey and how much we loved it. I would like to kind of dabble a little bit in the overall Netflix v Hulu subject matter, if we could.
Jordan, let's get your take. I'm gonna grab another beer that I hate because.
What do you want to know?
Well, okay, so my whole thing is, when people think, streaming movies, like original streaming movies, it's usually Netflix, right? And anybody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong here, in your opinion, anyways. Fucking Netflix is usually for like movie series, right? But like, or movies, and then Hulu is for like TV series or whatever.
Right.
So, I would, I would say, this was a nice kind of like subversion there a little bit. Just gonna be over top of Blake there for a minute. Great. So what do you think? Do you think Hulu with Prey kind of helped itself a little bit in terms of like original movie content?
Well, it didn't hurt it because, like I said, I'd only watched it once in the last year and a half. And Prey was sick. There was a lot of blood. That was cool. Like I said, folding laundry. Missed a lot of the dialogue, clearly. But, yeah, for not being a movie buff, except for it being fucking sick, yeah, it was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree with you, Dave, though, and like this. Speaking of Max here, as well, I think Hulu with Prey definitely helped Hulu for the service, but Netflix has dropped so much crap.
Yeah.
Which fine, they have the money, they can drop whatever crap they want, but like I have less reliability with it. And even when I watch Day Shift, the first shots are like stock footage shots of like LA and like the pier and shit, and it just feels, I don't know why, maybe it's mental, but it just feels cheap. It feels like a little cheap to me. I don't know. That might just be an assumed thing.
You know what's funny is as soon as I saw that, I had like, it wasn't a fully fleshed out thought, but I had a thought about like stock footage, and Blake's not gonna like this. Right. But then like I immediately forgot about it when I saw some of the CG and some of the fight scenes. I was like, that's where the money went.
Yeah, and like I can forgive some subpar CG, if the story's fine. I mean, whatever. Some of the movies we covered on the podcast have less than ideal CG that definitely hasn't held up really. But if the story's good enough, you can buy into this stuff, and I'm fine with that. I just don't give me a lazy ass script or and fucking shitty CG and
right.
Give me one good thing that I can attach to, and fine, I can forgive some things. I'm not a total prick about that stuff. At least I try not to be.
Well, we got a couple of rapid fire things I want to touch on from our friends right now. First of all, anytime I see Jared Leto's name now, I kind of have a weird reaction to it. Like, he was a trash Joker, even though I didn't hate it, but in general, people thought he was a trash Joker. Morbius fucking hanked. So the fact that Goku is saying that his movie The Outsider, which I don't know if I've heard of, is good, it kind of tripped me out a little bit. But also fucking Lemons has such a good point that all Netflix has to do is put a star in the film, give it a cool title, people will still watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, and back to Max for a quick. Same thing with Nope. We talked about Nope on a stream 2 3 weeks ago, and like uh, it fucking worked for me. Even like yeah, like some of the CG was like a little fucking rough here and there, but like the film itself had something to say. It was really well thought out, and it's completely original. And I do have to say that with Day Shift, props to that. It's an original thought, like it's an original idea, within the structure of vampire movies, right?
Right.
So
I agree.
credit to that. I don't hate it, but yeah, just there's been some real shit on Netflix that, you know, but also some of that is them acquiring things. They'll acquire low budget movies and they'll just say a Netflix original. Here you go. Fuck it. And so I guess when you're putting out a ton of stuff, they've put out some good stuff. I liked. I don't know if you watched Mank. It was a David Fincher film that I think was exclusively on Netflix. It's not a traditional David Fincher film, but I really liked it, and it was a really interesting take on Mankiewicz and the story of how Citizen Kane, the writing of Citizen Kane happened. I thought that was interesting. So they do some interesting work, but
Yeah.
they also put out a lot of shit. It's a numbers game.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I think that's why like it sucks because like I think Hulu has better original stuff because if they are playing the numbers game, they're not playing it well. Like Netflix is just like flood it. But Hulu seems to be caring a little bit more about the stories. I'm still gonna cancel it.
I get it for free from somebody who has like the Showtime add-ons and shit. So
no, see, I have Hulu. I have not used it since I don't even think I used it for Rick and Morty. I think I used YouTube TV for Rick and Morty, which I canceled my YouTube TV as well. Well, I suspended it because football's coming. So,
good point.
Well,
Good point.
I don't know when I'm gonna watch football either. Fuck.
There's a bar up the street I'm going to. Nothing like drinking at 9 a.m. On a Saturday. Faded by noon. Go home, take a nap.
Right. But Lemons, I agree that I think quantity over quality lately, I think is true for everybody doing original stuff. So I think it was really nice to have a good movie in Prey.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It did have, I'm gonna be honest, did have pretty bad CG in the beginning. Like for like simple things, like the rabbit was clearly not.
Oh yeah. I
Grass
forgot
in
about
front
that
of it
stuff.
was
Kind of left my brain. Yeah.
But then the rest of the movie, CG was actually pretty good. But I immediately forgave it. Like in the moment, I was like, it sucks, but who cares? Because I'm already enamored by this movie.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And now I'm trying to think of like any other like Hulu original movies. Like I know there obviously have been some, but like I'm trying to think of
The only
stuff
other
that's
thing that had it flock was the Firefest documentary that I can remember publicly.
Oh yeah.
That was like
So
the
there
only
was-
other time I watched it.
okay. There was Fresh, which I didn't see. I was interested in seeing, but did you guys watch Palm Springs? That was a Hulu original movie.
Oh, I did watch that.
I liked
With,
it.
What's his face? The
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
And
Just
what's
like
it? Christina
the Groundhog Day movie.
Milioti? Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, like it's the same kind of concept as Groundhog's Day, but I thought it was fun. What's that?
I liked it. I thought that was a fun
I did
movie.
too. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, and yeah, it's a similar, setup to Groundhog's Day, right? There's a million of those kind of movies, but I think this did something really interesting. I thought it was really funny, and I thought it nailed it. So I'm happy with that. But they haven't really done a whole lot of original films.
Right. I was like most dangerous game with Groundhog's Day at the same time.
Interesting.
Yes.
So that kind of touches a little bit on my whole like thought process is that Netflix is they're just pouring quantity into the fucking movie verse. And it seems like Hulu, when it comes to the movies, is like, let's actually make some good shit.
I
Because
do have to say, sorry, finish your point. I have a thought on the good shit.
it hit me.
Well, they had an arrangement with Blumhouse for a minute for maybe a year or two. Can you hear this car?
I
It's
heard it for a second.
okay. All I hear is fucking car horns. But they had this like deal with Blumhouse where like every like week or so they would release like a hour long like horror movie in like October, and they're bad, dog. They're really not good. I think I watched 2 of them, and I was like, okay, the first one sucked, but like maybe the second one will be okay, and it fucking wasn't. Yes, yes, Icky's right. They had a thing with Shudder, which is like a horror streaming service, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, our friends Bree and Sarah have a 2-minute short on Shudder.
No
They check
shit.
out. Yeah. Well, so the one, remember when we got dinner with them that one night in Santa Monica, and they had like stay up to like shoot something?
Yes.
It was that what they
No
shot that
kidding.
night. Yeah, yeah, that was on. That's on Shudder right now.
No kid. I have to watch that. I
It's
mean,
pretty cool. It's fun. It's like literally like a minute. Like it's a part of a series of like minute-long horror things. And yeah, listen, Blumhouse, I'm not like particularly like, whoa, I gotta see this new Blumhouse movie. They do some good stuff. They did, Blumhouse was Get Out.
wait, really?
Oh yeah, that was a Blumhouse movie. It was, and Get Out's fucking great. And Blumhouse has released good stuff for sure. But I'm not gonna go like, oh, it's a new Blumhouse movie. Fucking fuck my shoes. I got to get to the theater now. I'm not doing that. I don't care. I don't care that much. So, yeah, okay. See, yeah, Icky's on this. Like Blumhouse films, I don't like I don't know if this is a hot take, but I fucking do not like Insidious. I dislike it, and I thought it was a waste of fucking time.
First of all, how dare you, Goku, throw me under the bus like that? I did not. Not gonna see Halloween Kills.
Bro, Halloween Kills is so fucking bad. Oh yes, Icky, perfect point. We were talking about this the other day. Invisible Man is fucking awesome. The Blumhouse Invisible Man movie with Elizabeth Moss, so good. You should watch that. Max, go watch that.
So, moral of the
Enjoy
story
it.
here, Max, is that Blumhouse, yeah, but you're wrong.
I mean, you're right and you're wrong, because like I also enjoyed Sinister, which was an Ethan Hawke movie. If you remember with the old movies,
Yeah.
Which came out, the trailer for that came out the week after my thesis premiered, which is the same fucking concept, and I'm like,
that.
I
remember going
21 and my film career is over. Oh Lord.
Yeah, you have a track record of that fucking happening to you.
Yeah, I have a track record of writing shit and pitching shit, and then guess what? We're already developing that.
Well, you had the idea, just late.
It's true. Apparently, yeah, too fucking late, for sure, and in Cincinnati. So, I did Split. I have a weird relationship with. I think it's fine, and I think James McAvoy does an incredible job at playing all these different characters. The movie, I don't think congealed for me as a whole. I don't know if that's a hot take either, but
I don't remember the movie. I just remember his performance.
Yeah, and that's all you really need to remember, I think. that's like the thing I really attach to. But there's some other Blumhouse movies, like, okay, so The Black Phone, which we covered on one of our first streams, that's a Blumhouse movie, which I was fine with. But also they did our, what made Blumhouse, Dave? Paranormal Activity. That was one of their first films. That's what made Blumhouse. And I fucking hate that movie. I fucking hate it so much. If you want my real, actual opinions on that movie, fucking listen to our season finale of our podcast, episode 8.
Yes.
It's a goddamn nightmare. So,
you get to hear Blake, the most angry / animated that I think I've ever heard him.
I just didn't fucking realize how awful that movie is until I had to watch it as an adult.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's such a waste of time, dude. It's such a waste of time. I hate you for making me watch that.
Listen, it's not as bad
Yeah.
as literally every other paranormal movie that came out after that. Paranormal Activity movie.
Oh, okay.
Like the
Yeah,
second, third, fourth, fifth.
I believe you. I think I saw the second one because I'm a masochist, but I think I saw the second one and I don't really remember it. And yeah, listen, like Max, A24 puts out some of the best modern horrors we've seen.
Oh,
Um,
agreed.
but also, you know what's a Blumhouse movie?
Mm.
Whiplash. The Damien Chazelle, J.K. Simmons, Miles Teller movie.
Oh,
That's a
fucking
Blumhouse
what?
movie. Yes.
Interesting.
It totally is. I think, and they did Upgrade, which was cool. I thought Upgrade was fun. So they've done good stuff, man. But like, yeah, if we're talking A24 films, it's like I don't love every A24 film, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see an A20. Like, whereas a Blumhouse film, whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go see. Um, I'm gonna go see an A24 film. Period, because I know somebody cared about that movie.
Right.
Whereas Blumhouse is putting out like fucking. Oh my god, do you remember that movie, Truth or Dare with Lucy Hale?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what an embarrassing as fuck. Everybody who was in that movie should be embarrassed.
Yeah. Well,
Jason Blum should be fucking embarrassed. It's so bad. It's so bad. And then he also put out, as Goku mentioned, he put out Halloween Kills, which was a fucking nightmare and a waste of everybody's time. It's hit or miss. So I don't attach that. Lamb was a very good movie.
what's Lamb about?
Oh, dude. How do I explain Lamb? I'm gonna take to the internet because I'm not gonna be able to. I'm gonna take 5 minutes to tell you what the movie is not about.
So it's not a movie about Superman. It's not a movie about the mob. It's not a movie about.
Keep going. Keep going. We're gonna hit on one of them.
Not a movie about lambs. Oddly enough, it's not a movie about.
There's a lamb in it. There's a lamb. There is. It's in the poster. So, hold on.
In the poster.
The IMDb says a childless couple discovers a mysterious newborn on their farm in Iceland. Ooh.
What?
Just watch the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Just watch the movie.
All right, add it to the list.
Yeah, add it to the list that Dave will get to when he's 73.
Yes.
I'm catching up with my 2020 movies. What's Necco wafers? Got a whole pocket full of them.
Do you
like Necco wafers? I've had them since the war. The First World War. I bought my house for 2 nickels.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's kind of an inside joke between me and Blake. We were joking around one day.
Icky, dude, are you a secret 85-year-old man? God bless you.
Oh my god. We just kept going like older and older for like as if we were like as if we were fucking pitching Necco wafers commercials.
I fought for the Union.
Necco wafer.
Necco wafers.
I think my favorite. I think maybe potentially your favorite one that I said was, "Is your social security number 4?" Necco wafers.
Do you have a single-digit social security number? Necco wafers are for you.
Do you like candy, but rather it tastes like chalk? Necco wafers.
Do you like candy? Do you like candy, but hate the super flavorful Tums? Boy, try a Necco wafer. Oh Jesus, Dave.
do you want acid relief without the flavorful taste of Tums? Necco wafers. Oh my fucking back of my head hurts. Oh fuck.
Necco wafers, if you're out there as a brand, sponsor our stream. We'll shill your wafers from 1937. I promise. We're gonna sell so many fucking Necco wafers.
Listen, if you think like, oh well, I wonder, like, I'm sure they've made some past that. No, they stopped making them. And then they lasted this long.
We got warehouses full of Necco wafers. Buy some today.
And the tagline is like President Washington's favorite candy.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm literally sweating. This is awesome.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god, dude. You're fucking killing me.
Oh, it's so good.
Ooh, listen, all your subs help us buy more Necco wafers, so we need your help.
Listen, if you guys can get us to fucking 50 subs,
we'll eat a whole sleeve of Necco wafers on camera. I'll have the EMT on fucking standby.
Oh, I got the cough laughs going on.
Ooh, buddy.
Oh fuck. Oh my god. And now I'm afraid we're gonna have to eat fucking Necco wafers on camera.
Don't make us eat Necco wafers. It's fine. We'll take the ad money, but shit.
The Necco challenge. Yep.
Whew.
I'm sweating. Fuck.
Necco challenge. So in terms of like streaming services, right? We have Hulu, which obviously doesn't release a ton of movies, lots of TV stuff. What other like streaming services do you think release like quality films?
So far, HBO Max is crushing it.
I agree. And you know what I really appreciate about HBO Max is that I love like older films and stuff too, and like kind of more random things. They'll find like there's one month I went on HBO Max and they released a bunch of these like 60s kind of noir thriller kind of things that I'd never seen.
Interesting.
Like the Maltese Falcon and some of these like old like classic noir films I just never seen, never had access to, and they're just sitting there on HBO Max like, hey, I'm 100 years old, watch me. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And so like being able to catch up with that stuff I think is nice, but I mean, so HBO Max released the newest Matrix movie, which I did not like.
Yeah.
I liked parts. I liked ideas. I liked ideas in that movie more than I actually liked the movie itself. So I wouldn't call that necessarily a hit, but I mean, but also HBO Max has tons of great docs and stuff on there too. Do you have like a favorite?
Well, here's the thing. I can't think of any like HBO Max originals off the top of my head. I think they just have the rights to so many like good movies. Like I know that oh god, I know Mortal Kombat
Out Icky, by the way.
What is it?
I said Icky's not missing out. He hasn't watched past the first 10 minutes. It's fine. Read the Wikipedia entry and you get the idea.
Of which one?
Of the new Matrix.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, still looking at some of these movies that they have like on their fucking excuse me, on their list, like there's a lot of really good ones. Obviously, you know how I feel about the Batman. Nobody. I don't know if you watch Nobody. That movie was fantastic. Bob Odenkirk.
Yes. I haven't seen it, but I've actually that was on my list to watch that I never fucking watched. I really want to see that though.
Yeah, it was actually really good. I liked it a lot.
Great.
Yeah, the Kingsmen, they have got unfortunately I have again F9. The new West Side Story that's on there. Godzilla, like
I
a
gotta watch
lot of
that too.
a lot of really good like big new movies
Mhm.
are on HBO Max, whereas like Netflix, excuse me, kind of relies on its own stuff at the moment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they kind of created their own like streaming infrastructure in a way where they can fund their own stuff, but you're right, HBO Max with like Warner, Discovery and all that stuff, they get some of those day and date release things, which are really nice. So you can see kind of current stuff, but um so I haven't seen any of the Kingsman movies.
I
I
want to so bad. I want to, and I haven't. I just haven't. Every time I think like, well, obviously before before this, every time
Mhm.
I thought like, I want to watch a movie. What do I want to watch? It never pops in my head. But every time I ever see anything to do with the Kingsman, I'm like, I want to watch that, or like the prequel or whatever. They all like, yeah. Icky says they're all really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so okay. I don't. I must have fucking been still looking at some of their movies. What's this? What's this about? Max is saying about HBO Max.
Oh, dude. So there's a big merger going on. So you've met my friend Christina.
Yeah.
Right. She works for like TBS and like HBO Max, and they're all kind of owned by the same company. She does the unscripted stuff, but they are straight up they've merged and changed around like every 2 years for like the last like it's crazy the changeover and all that stuff. And so they're merging again. Um God, it's like it's Warner Brothers Discovery and stuff because Discovery is it Discovery Plus? Is that the other service? That's merging with HBO Max. And like they're losing a bunch of money. I don't know what's gonna actually end up happening with that. Because obviously there was the whole debacle rather with Netflix. They had to lay off like 200 plus people. They posted their first like losses, I think, ever or something recently. And so their stock tanked and welcome to money talks on Twitch with Blake, who
Well,
knows
okay, but
jack
see,
shit.
that actually brings up a point that we could talk about is like password sharing.
Mhm.
Like, I think password sharing is going to destroy streaming.
Well, wait, no. Password sharing, them charging more for password sharing. No, because that was This is what I'm fucking pissed about. Actually, if we're getting into this, Netflix, their
Mhm.
whole thing was like share your passwords with your friends. They release fucking commercials like
Yeah.
encouraging you to do that. You can do that. That was the whole thing. And now they're like, oh shit, too many people are sharing their passwords. We're gonna charge people if you use your fucking password in like a different home, or you can use yours in the office and then you log in at home, and now we're gonna charge you more to do that. Fuck that, dude. I think that's terrible business. So they're
I
paying.
agree. I agree. I'm just saying, like, streaming services, excuse me, are not viable because people share passwords.
I don't think that's true. I really don't. I don't think there's enough people sharing passwords because here's the thing. It's not like, oh, if everybody stopped sharing passwords, everybody else would get all these services. Lots of people would just say, nah, fuck it, I don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Or pirate movies. So shh, rip on Jordan. But like, yeah, it's because and when they started implementing some of these changes and stuff, piracy went right back up because of fucking course it would. So why not get your service into more homes as opposed to just telling people they should use their service for something and then taking that right away? I think that's dumb. I think that's stupid.
Because they are a company and they do need to make money.
I mean, I guess, but like at the expense of alienating your customers, they were doing that just fine until they put out a bunch of crap like we are talking about. Nobody fucking watches their stuff. Put out good content. That's all you have to do.
That is their fault. That is their fault.
Totally their fault.
But I like it. Just kind of seems like if not, if I don't know if 2/3 of the people who are using your product are actually paying for it. I don't know the exact number, but I'm just putting a number out there.
I doubt it's that high.
Probably
I
not.
highly doubt it's that high.
But I don't know. I've never looked into it. But all I'm
Or
saying
that
is, Netflix has to do something, and we all just have to be okay with it because otherwise they go away. Netflix fails. If Netflix fails,
Netflix is too big to fail at this point. Well, okay, I say that as if like they're gonna go away. So at this point, they're gonna shut down tomorrow, right?
no, I know. I'm just saying they could go the way of the Blockbuster.
Fine. I don't give a fuck
Although, actually, do you know why that Blockbuster failed?
because they didn't buy Netflix.
Because I didn't return my DVDs on time.
Jordan's fault.
Actually, I just saw a thing the other day. Apparently, they failed because, in like some random board meeting, somebody was like, "Hey, maybe we should do streaming because look at this Netflix thing," and they're like, "No, it's too risky." And they said no. But the thing is, it wasn't risky because Netflix was doing it successfully.
Right. I mean, I remember when Netflix like really started their streaming game when we were in college.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is amazing. And this is the future. It makes sense. Right. And you know, Blockbuster was already kind of in its death throes then. Yeah. But they Blockbuster had the opportunity. There's that famous story. They had the opportunity to buy Netflix for like a few $1 million. Mm-hmm. And they were like, no, we're a Blockbuster, bitch. We're not going anywhere. And like 5 years later, they're toast.
Hilarious.
There is here's a great recommendation for anybody who has some nostalgia for the Blockbuster days. There is a really fun documentary called The Last Blockbuster on Earth or something.
Yes.
Hold on. Is that what it's called?
Don't know if it's The Last on Earth. Cause it was
like maybe it's called The Last Blockbuster.
Correct. But I agree with Dave. There has to be ground rules set with Netflix. I know anytime I buy a license or anything, piece of software-wise from the government or at work, they don't even let you use shared mailboxes. It has to be a named email to a person and locked to an IP address. No ifs, ands, or buts. So for Netflix having a $28 a month service, I mean, if they did lock it down more aggressively, you could easily cut that price in half and just be like, hey, we'll lower the price. Just fucking pay for your own shit.
Yeah, so like I understand why they're doing it, but why they touted for so long that you should share your password, and they pushed that so hard, and now they're reeling it back in so quickly. It feels fucking deceptive to me.
Sounds super secure.
It's I don't think it's deceptive. I think it's like a fucking oops on their part, but
yeah, but own your bullshit.
No, I agree.
Hire more people. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Stop putting out such garbage all the time. How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
But then we wouldn't get to make fun of Forrest Whitaker, so that sucks.
That's true. Also, can I touch on something really quick?
Sure.
Udiki, I know you're referencing the Blockbuster thing, but there's also a really, really great movie called Be Kind, Rewind with Jack Black and Mos Def, and it's a Michel Gondry film. It's so much fun. You should watch this. Don't hate me for this, but the last time I saw it was on Tubi.
Oh boy!
And Danny Glover's in it too, and essentially Mos Def and Jack Black. While Danny Glover's gone, he has a video rental store. They accidentally erase, like magnets can erase VHS cassettes.
Yeah.
So they accidentally erase all these tapes, and they're trying to keep the tape store alive. So they have to do like low budget versions of all these famous movies. It's such a wonderful film. It's so fun, and it's a cute movie. I don't know how else to really describe it. It's like fun, and it's just like a really cute movie. Anyway, go see that movie too.
Yeah, I remember. I never saw it, but I remember seeing like previews for it and stuff back in the day.
It's great.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to any of this shit. I do know that as of right now, I prefer the fucking Hulu original stuff to Netflix original stuff in terms of movies. I still have a fucking huge gripe with their fucking Station 11. I still hate it. I'm gonna hold on to that forever. It's the first time I've loved a book in like 20 something years, and I fucking was like, a TV show? Yeah, no,
nope. They well, and that's the thing. That's like what I watch Hulu for mostly is the TV shows. Like there's this fun little show called Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez.
Heard
It's
about
it's great. It's like really funny and goofy, but it's a really tightly written. It's a really great mystery and
Yeah.
stuff as well. That's a fun little show. But to your point with them fucking up adaptations,
Mhm.
it's not a total fuck up, but there's a Stephen King book called 11/22/63 about the JFK assassination, and
Oh.
like it's like a it's like it's this crazy book. It's a really really great book, and I really really love it. And so they did an adaptation with James Franco in it years ago, and I was so excited because I love the book, and it just like neutered everything. I mean, the book's like 1,200 pages long. It's long as fuck.
Yeah.
But they neutered the shit out of this, and they did a limited series, which like you could have fleshed some of this stuff out, and they didn't. And there was so much more to the book. Obviously, there always is going to be, but they kind of tanked that for me, and I was pretty bummed.
Listen, I totally understand because like that's the thing about adaptations. If you're gonna adapt a book, right? Um, a show format is the best way to do it because you don't have to worry about like, oh, I can't put everything in the book in this because technically you could. Like, so for Station 11,
Mhm.
they could have done, excuse me, like a 12 episode series.
Yeah.
I don't know how many there were because I stopped watching it. But but you don't like they could keep shit in there. They could keep damn near everything. And obviously have your own creative license in there, but you don't have to take things away in series format. So that when it's even more frustrating to me when they fucking do.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's totally fair. And you know, actually to the credit of Netflix on this, there's an adaptation of a fiction podcast called Archive 81. And they did one season of this on Netflix, which I really fucking loved. I loved the first season. And I tried to listen to the podcast version of it, and it was kind of clunky and cheesy and bad. Uh,
Uh-oh.
but the actual like Netflix version of this thing was really great and really compelling and really atmospheric, and I really enjoyed it. And they fucking canceled it, and the season ended on a cliffhanger. And I was like, they finished. I was like, I can't wait for next season. I'm like looking up all this stuff, and then like 2 weeks later, Netflix cancels Archive 81. I was like, you fuckers. Now I'm gonna have to listen to the podcast and see where it goes. And I and I started to as a podcaster. I wanted to listen to this podcast, and I'm not into fiction podcasts. I'm just not. Um, and you know what, Icky, that's a great point. I think the Sandman is getting a lot of traction. I know nothing of the Neil Gaiman source material. I know nothing of the story, but people are loving it. So good. I'm glad. They also, oh, Dave, you might find this interesting. So I was reading about this. Neil Gaiman has the rights to, if Netflix cancels the Sandman after season 1, he has the rights to take that wherever the fuck he wants
Oh shit.
to continue. And I was like, that's it. That's the deal. I think only he could probably get that deal. But but
Probably.
still, Netflix also has picked up and saved some shows, which is great. But you know,
You know what? Like thinking about it,
Mhm.
I don't understand why that would be such a big deal for like a service or a
IP baby. That's money. That's rights.
but
Because
if
if they can't have it, nobody else should. They don't
But
want you to be making money.
But that's the thing. If you don't want it, who cares?
You're talking like a rational person, Dave, and this is not any of that. Well, that's what they do with. So this is what Hollywood did with spec scripts in the '90s. Like in the '90s, Shane Black, who wrote the original Predator and stuff, was making like $2-3 million off of his spec scripts, which you cannot do anymore. But what people are doing, a hot spec would sell, and then like companies would have a bidding war for it, and they would want to buy this hot spec, not because they wanted to make it necessarily. They might not have had plans to make it, but they didn't want anybody else to make it. So they'll pay $1.2 million. So like from Paramount, so Universal can have this movie. And so then Universal have their own like kind of knockoff version of it made. It's crazy how the business works. It's actually gross. Like when I first moved out here and I was working for agents and managers and shit, and like hearing all the stuff that they do, like this is a business. They don't really care about the art necessarily in some of these positions. It's just like, you know, they don't give a fuck. It's if I can't have this, you can't either. They're breaking their own toys.
That's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Oh yeah. Well, because fuck art unless we can make money from it.
I mean, my God.
Yes, this is a money-making business. I'm not that fucking naive, but also it's crazy. Like, I mean, I was a reader for a long time too, and I used to read really great specs. I got to read The Accountant. Remember that Ben Affleck movie?
Yes.
I got to read that when it was a spec script and like give coverage on that shit, and it's a great script. Like the company I was working for didn't have anything to do with it, but I got to read that, and everybody was like really excited about it. But there was a bidding war a little bit for it, and Bill Dubuque, I think that's his name, who wrote it. He also created Ozark on Netflix. But the point is, people vie for these projects, and not because they really want to make them. So it's wild. The business is fucking ruthless, dude.
That's so stupid. I don't understand. Like, whatever.
Money talks, baby. They got yachts and shit. They got to go to Monaco and drink some fucking Cristal.
No.
And I have to pay my rent somehow. In my studio fucking apartment. TBD, dog.
Oh, God.
I might be streaming from my car. No. But yeah, but it's art is a commodity to a lot of the people who run this shit. So
see, I think that's why I want to do this so badly. Because we can't. We got nobody tell us we can't.
The film business is so icky. It's unbelievable. Like
not
even when
icky, but
not
like
the
gross
icky. That's our icky. My favorite icky. This is gross, but like even with some of the projects that I've taken out, they're cool. This is like really great, but can you like make it just like this other thing that's popular right now? And I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense and it's stupid. And they're like, okay, well, like do it anyway. And I'm like, no, dude, I would literally rather fucking sit on Twitch and talk to Dave about movies than make like the next fucking shitty Conjuring ripoff universe movie. Like I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
And I think that's like another reason why I I'm glad that I don't try and act anymore, is because like that business is just there's too much behind it. That's like
it's gross. And you gotta play the game, and I get it. I've been screwed, you've been screwed, we've all been screwed by this business in one way or another. And it's hard not to be jaded. I love this stuff, and I love movies and all these things, and I want to do nothing else. But if you can have something for yourself, if you can have art for yourself that is your pure expression and your pure outlet, do that regardless of what anybody thinks. Don't let anybody give you permission. Just fucking do what you want to do and talk shit on the internet with your friends about me.
Yes, talk shit with us as we talk shit about movies.
This has been Blake's Inspirational Corner.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. So excuse me, man.
Well, I do have a question actually. So Jordan, we're backing up a little bit, so I'm sorry. I don't want to like fucking totally derail this stuff. What's up, Hawk? What's up, Mom? Wendy?
Shit.
What's shitty besides us? Yeah, talk to us. I'm worried about you now.
She's upstairs.
Oh.
What was your question, son?
Well, Jordan, so my question for you. Have you seen The Kingsman? I know you're a Taron Egerton fan.
He's a beautiful man. What's there not to love?
Oh my God.
Fucking got him.
Wow, dude.
What?
Rip,
wow, dude.
Sorry.
That's incredible.
I haven't
Wendy.
been watching in like 30 minutes. What were you guys talking about before?
We were talking about The Kingsman. I don't know if you'd seen The Kingsman.
No.
Okay.
Just
I
Rocket
didn't know
Man on repeat. So
Yeah, that's it. That's the jam.
I still
Okay.
haven't seen that one yet, though.
It's good.
Sorry.
It's good. I mean, whatever. I think they did the best thing they could have done with a biopic, especially a music biopic.
Yeah.
It's life spanning. So I like what they did with Bohemian Rhapsody. They took like kind of a moment, building up to a moment, and made that stuff mean something. With the Taron Egerton Rocket Man stuff, it's like it's a musical, and it's fun and it's fantastical, and there's lots of stuff going on. But I think it was handled really well. Really fun.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I fucking hate musicals.
Girl,
The
I'm
Wizard
with
of
you.
Oz hates you too, bitch.
I hate them so much. It bothers me so I cannot watch. That's why when you said that apparently the Joker 2 is a musical, I'm like, well, I'm not fucking watching it then.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not a huge musical fan. I do like some musicals, and Wendy can back me up on this. I love The Sound of Music. I think it's a fucking great movie, and I am enamored by it. I used to watch it every year. It's really great. I liked La La Land. I couldn't think of the name of it.
Nice.
But I've only seen it once, and I don't really want to see it again. I want to see the Steven Spielberg West Side Story. I don't know when I will, but I
It's
want to
alright.
see it. I just don't like. I don't know. It doesn't speak to me, and it's kind of a bit of a relic from the past.
You want to hear a real
Yeah.
hot take?
That's
Hit
it.
me.
8 Miles a musical. Yeah. It's there.
But wait, no, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. You threw me for a second. You made me think. 8 Mile is not a fucking musical. There's music. It's music based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not a musical.
There are sets where he presents music.
Yeah, but they don't like stop from like
They do.
the no. No. Okay. So okay. If we're getting into musicals here, listen.
Drumline is
I
a
think-
musical for sure.
No, fuck off. Because okay, what are you talking about?
Nick
Not a fucking
Cannon is a
musical.
musical.
Do they stop? Okay,
God.
musicals have to. They stop the show to break into a number that is like removed from the. Oh, there's our 15-minute warning.
15 minutes.
It came in to ruin my flow. Speaking of musicals. Fuck off, Blake. So musicals, they stop what they are doing to present a musical number to the audience. To the audience for our sole purpose. It's not happening within the like diegesis of the actual movie. It's a representation of what's going on in musical form. Drumline.
I don't know.
Drumline does not like fucking stop and like talk, like break the fourth wall to like talk to the audience in musical form. Like they don't do that. Neither does 8 Mile. Eminem doesn't fucking stop the show to be like, all right.
Yeah, because he goes by Marshall Mathers.
One shot. It's like, bro, no. It's a musical movie, but not a fucking musical. Do you see the difference?
Nope. It's the same as Grease. Grease
Either
and
way,
8 Mile are basically the same movie. Leather jackets, fighting and stuff. Cheddar Bob is in Grease, I'm pretty sure as well.
Oh god.
listen, I understand the allure behind some, famous ones. Sound of Music, of course.
Sure. Yeah.
Being one of them. West Side Story. Sure, I'm sure that's a good movie too. I can't. It just like, it feels too cheesy to me.
Yeah, actually, I have to come back. There's another one that I actually kind of like. I haven't seen in. How old am I? Probably 15 years ish. Moulin Rouge. I like Moulin Rouge. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I enjoyed it when I saw it. And again, I don't go out like I gotta see some musicals like fucking Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers over here. Like I'm not into that specifically, but I can get on board with some musical things. Yeah, see, Icky knows Moulin Rouge. It's fun. It's fun enough movie.
I think I could get on board with a musical where every time it breaks into song, it's a character's like inner monologue.
Moana.
And 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 like the not antagonist, but like let's say love interest or whatever, like sees them escape in their own head. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So like it's actually like inspired by like a TikTok trend that's going on right now. But there's a TV show or maybe a movie, I'm not sure, where the guy says like, I'd really like to be friends with you, and she's like, I'd really like to be friends too. And then she looks into camera and she goes, "We'll last about a week," and then looks back at him and he goes, "What was that?" She's like, "What?" He goes, "Where'd you just go right just now?" And then she looks back in the camera for a second. He goes, "There, you just did it."
Oh, so like the Truman Show.
No, like fucking no, dick. But you know what I mean? Like that's a kind of musical I think I get on board with, where like there's one person in the entire thing who never breaks into song, and it never like bothers him, but like he's always like, well, "Where are you at? You're like miles away right now."
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess depending on how you handle it, that's a good point. So Icky, I haven't seen Dr. Horrible's sing along blog, but I know people who are obsessed with that. When I was in college, it's Neil Patrick Harris is in it. I've heard it's pretty fun. But I just thought of another one. Have you ever seen 500 Days of Summer? I wouldn't call it a musical, but there's like they stop to like they hop in like musical numbers, and stuff to like express the characters like inner feelings and stuff. And it's clever because it's not a full-blown musical, but it has these kind of musical moments because music is also built into the plot and stuff as well. So it makes sense. And I think that's handled pretty well. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel. It's a fun enough movie that has like little musical breaks and numbers. So the more we talk about this, the more I sound like I am a fan of musicals.
8 Mile is definitely a musical.
Can we get a poll for that?
Don't worry, the answer's already done.
I like how I'm like, dude, fuck musicals. You're like, yeah, well, except for that one, and that one, and that one. I like that one too. So it's like the whole turn is Blake going, actually, I like musicals.
Yeah, I totally hate musicals, except for the fact that I fucking love them and they're awesome.
Blake, pull up your foot. Are you wearing tap shoes right now? Let's see. Onlyfeet.com. Exclusive for subscribers only. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Somebody just jerked off.
Dave, don't tell him.
Our viewer count drops to 0 immediately.
Okay, question. Would you be more freaked out if it dropped to 0 or went to 1,000?
I'd tell Blake to put that foot right back on screen.
We implement a foot cam.
It's Channel 12 local news here. We officially have feet pics. It's like when Fiona was born at the zoo. Blake pulls his feet out, and we're just like followers like crazy. God damn hippo.
Listen, I think you might have to have a chat here with Icky.
8 Mile is a musical.
No.
All right, Icky, I'll send you my address. We can hang out and watch 8 Mile.
No, what are you talking about?
I've got an extra beanie we can wear together.
What are you talking about? No. So, as per the stated rules of musicals, 500 Days of Summer breaks out of reality into its own little sub-reality to sing directly to camera about feelings. 8 Mile does not break the fourth wall
Can't prove it.
to hop into like, hey, I'm from Detroit and shit. Life sucks, dog.
They don't say
Like
that.
they don't do that.
What about the scene when he looks in the mirror?
Oh, yeah, true.
Fuck off. That's not true. He can look at him. It's wrong. You guys are wrong.
Nope.
Wrong.
Listen, I'm just bobbing along in the fucking in this hurricane. I got no stake in the game.
I hate this. 8 Mile's not a musical. Drumline is not a musical.
Drumline is a musical.
Fight me. Actually, don't fight me. You will win.
You.
will literally
I will cut
beat
your
the shit out
Plex
of you.
movie access off right now, young man.
By the way, Jordan, side note, change your password. Everybody who has Plex, change your password.
I'm actually
Apparently
making it easier to get so that they can get my credit card and I can sue.
Jordan's making money off of this.
Yes.
Well, because I don't know if you saw, if Jordan
I
or
did
you
see
saw
that.
too, but apparently there's a Plex breach.
Yes.
Mhm.
It
Yep,
was a
I saw that.
big old breach. I used Marissa's credit card, so it's no big deal.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, we're all good. Everything's fine.
It's okay.
Yup!
Welcome 123 exclamation point is definitely a safe password.
Password 123.
Oh no, they
Door
wouldn't
is
let
an
me.
exclamation point.
That was way too
Yeah.
obvious. Way too obvious. I had to change it up, make it difficult.
Oh
Scream should
man,
have been the password. Oh, Scream should have been a musical. Yeah.
I might have respected Scream more if it was musical.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what,
cut the power to
Scream?
upstairs if you do that again.
Scream would rule as a musical. Oh man, you know what? Okay, let's start a petition. We have one petition for
Petition.
Paul Blart, Invisible Mall Cop. The second for
Paul Blart Wall Cop.
Scream,
Invisible Mall Cop.
Invisible Mall Cop. Scream the musical, which looks like it's a shitty animated parody on YouTube.
Cool.
Rip. Okay, so somebody's had this idea, but it's a good one. And
smart
we should
people.
all do it better. So
Yes.
we need to find people to write music, sing music,
Too much effort.
get the rights to Scream. This sounds roughly doable. I believe in
No,
us.
you don't
Sam.
have to do. You don't have to get the rights to Scream. You just have to change everything by just a little bit. So his name is Ghost Head.
Oh shit.
It's the perfect plan. We can
And
get
instead
so
of-
many copyright lawsuits.
instead of the stereotypical like big stabby kitchen knife, it's a bread knife. You know.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It's different, sir. It's different. Estate of Wes Craven. Where?
Listen, because if it's a bread knife, it has to be different because you can't stab with a bread knife. You have to.
It's more of a slicing motion. Yeah, you're right. No, this is different. This falls within fair use. All right, guys, we have a new project. Scream
And
the
it's
bread
called,
knife
no,
musical.
it's called Yell.
Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Yell, you fuck. You let us talk about movies.
Oh my god.
Yell.
Speaking of letting us talk about movies, we do have a podcast where we do that exact thing.
Yes, we do.
If you don't know who we are First Press Films. We do have, like I said, a podcast. We are currently in a seasonal break, but season 2 comes out September 19th.
September 19th.
Yes. And we also have social media. Sorry, my brain
They just glitched out there. Yell the musical is still on your brain. It's fine.
with Ghost Head.
Ridiculous. Yes,
Yeah.
we do that. We do the podcast thing. We're here every week on Twitch. We're talking about a bunch of bullshit, as you guys have obviously witnessed. So thank you all for hanging out. We did hit our affiliate, so give us a sub if you want. If not, give us a follow. Tell your friends. Come hang out with us. We're on the Discord as well. Give us your suggestions. Our podcast, we take 2 movies from the same genre, separated by at least a decade, and we pit them against each other to see which one is a winner and which one is, less of a winner. Unless we both really fucking hate it, which has happened before. So check that out. It's on all the major podcast platforms. We're also guesting on a podcast. I think that comes out in a week or so. It's called Syndicate, and we're talking about RoboCop on that with our friend Armand. It's a really good time. So lots of content. We're going to be doing some more live streams, watching some public domain movies, and hanging out as well. So your subs help us get there. And yeah, we love and appreciate y'all for that.
We really, really do. Also, excuse me. Also, if you do follow us, please hit the notification bell so you know when we are randomly streaming, because last week we had a random, wild hair up our ass stream, and a bunch of you came in because you had the notifications on, which was amazing. Thank you so much for that.
It's funny. And Icky, we talked about the original RoboCop, but we touched on the remake and how subpar it is.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Syndicate, as in like cinema dicate.
That's I typed it in the chat for you guys.
Perfect. But yeah, season 2 comes out soon. We did just drop a bonus episode of our podcast. It was a failed comedy episode, which actually turned out pretty fun. So check that out. As always, please tell your friends. We need more friends. And Mod, shut up. Yeah, so I think we're gonna talk it over when we want to start doing our movie nights, but we definitely want you guys there for that too.
Yes. I mean, what we don't need you because we're gonna do it anyway, but we would like to have you there. Because it's more fun with more people, and we like to chat with you guys. So everybody who's in the chat every week, our day ones, we love you. Seriously, we couldn't do this without you all hanging out with us. So much love. You guys are seriously all the best.
Love.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we
thanks
love you
for
guys
stopping
so
by.
much.
All the new people too today. So many new people.
So many new people.
We're very fortunate to have you all.
I love you too.
Seriously. And then there's also Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, he's fine. Whatever.
I love
He'll
all
show
of you.
He shows up in the promos.
I'm a great actor.
Yeah, follow us on all our socials too. It's at First Prize Pod, TikTok, Instagram, apparently Facebook. Who knows? Twitter.
Word is there's a Facebook of ours.
And then Blake, talk about the Discord real quick.
Yes, join our Discord. We hang out. We take a lot of those suggestions for the stream. So if you want to hear us talk about something on the stream, let us know there. And I'm there. Dave's there. We're chatting it up, talking about different stuff, sharing fun trailers and different movie ideas and suggestions. We take your suggestions for the podcast.
Sure do.
It's all there. And so we love hearing all your movie matchups. And it's always a great time. So with that being said, I think we're out of here. So thanks again. We'll catch you next week.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye.